Okay, you guys, this is always talking to you about Saturday. This is my third video in a series of 4 about this long weekend. And Wednesday and Thursday was really bad. That was when I was dealing with my car issues. Still dealing with car issues. Friday was just freaking out day. I'll call it that. It was just the day when I completely felt like I went haywire. And now I am talking about Saturday. Saturday. Okay. That previous night, which I forgot to mention, I had talked to one of my friends on the phone, and they had really helped me. That's one thing that you need to, if you don't have a friend that you can tell everything to and not be judged, and a lot of the time get advice or just have someone to listen purely to you, not ache into your sentences and egg you on and just throw facts at you. Get one. Pray for one. That's what I had to do. I had to pray for a wonderful friend. God blessed me with them, and I talk to them almost all the time. And so talking to them that night, getting done with schoolwork, being able to sleep, God really helped me calm down. I call this my my shock relief day. It was the day where the shock finally kind of subsided, and I was able to think, which piece of hair. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. Just gonna leave it. Alright, so Saturday I was just breathing. I could finally breathe. I went over to Cub, and I walked there. I walked to the grocery store, and trying to remember. Yeah, I walked over to the grocery store, and I decided that later that day I was going to go over to a neighbor's house and talk to them. I think I told you about them before, maybe not. They're a friend of my roommates, and they live 4 houses down. I met them maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and just really loved talking to them. They're graphic design, they're actually working, they're lovers of Christ, and a lover of Christ, and I wanted to talk to them. So I went over to the food store, got some exercise in, met some nice people, did a deposit of my tips, and started walking back, and I ran into them at the bus stop. Really cool. I talked to them for maybe 10 minutes. I don't know if it was longer than that, but it was really great conversation. They were really happy that I was going to go and see them that day, and they were really happy that I caught them there because they were heading out to church, and then they were going to go street witnessing. So they wouldn't have been home all day, but so that was really a really godsend. That was one of the first things that I realized about me not having a car, was that I was able to see them. If I had a car, then I wouldn't have walked to the store. I would have driven. Probably. I wouldn't have run into them. I wouldn't have had the conversation. I wouldn't have anything that day. And so then I walk home, and I called my mom and I talked to her, and she was telling me how I sounded different, um, which I believed had to do with the day before, where I was just able to think about things and just breathe it in, and and talk talk to my dad. My grandmother called about my birthday at the end of the month. Just really, really nice phone conversations with everybody. And I really prayed that day. I didn't get a lot of schoolwork done, but I did a lot of praying, which was what I really, really needed to do. I was not. I didn't know. Sometimes when you're really, really upset, you can't pray. It's like you don't know what to say, you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, you don't know what you're saying. All you're doing is screaming at yourself. All you're doing is talking. You don't know what to do, and so that day I finally was able to sit down and cry and pray and cry and pray, and called one of my friends, same friend, talked to them for a while. And one of my friends wanted me to go to her work that night. So I was out. I was out there and had a lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. It was so nice of her to invite me there. Met some nice people and got some mozzarella sticks, and so that was a really fun night. But what I wanted to talk about was Saturday was just the prayer aspect of it. Sometimes, like, when you actually have the time to sit down and pray about things, it's your soul talking. You know, it's not always what's up here and what you've been thinking about. It's the stuff that has been in there for months or years, and things that you think randomly come out and scare you. And every emotion sometimes, which is what was happening, goes into these prayers. And every fear I had about family and not guy-girl relationships, but mostly just family and the people I care about, and different things. One thing, I'm not gonna go into this. Not really. I was thinking about my parents. I don't like to talk about other people's business so much. I could tell you everything I know, but I like to just kind of tell you about me so I don't have to ask permission. My parents got married young. More specifically, they got married about my age, in college, and so I think that was kind of going in through my head. I've been kind of thinking about that for the past couple of weeks, if not longer, about how by the end of the month I will be older than both of my parents were when they got married. And I was just thinking about a lot of things. How much I look like my mom. Uh, how much I've grown in my relationship with them. How much just uh, what I think about certain things that I've gone through, or certain things that I think about that they've been through, or put themselves through, or that we've all gone through together, and how close I've gotten to them in the past couple of years, and in some ways more close than some of my other siblings, because they haven't been there, and I've been living with them and my little sister for the past 4 years, so everything's really different between us, and it's been wonderfully different, and just different things. And not just about that, but about my week, and about work, and all of my troubles and freakouts. I was just praying. And crying and praying, and sometimes you just reach some sort of a breaking point. And I really think that there's this part in the Bible where it says, it's talking about correction, and somebody that doesn't listen to correction, it's not going to be good for them. And I really wish that I was up on all my Bible quotes. But you need to listen to correction, or it's not going to be good for you. If you throw aside helpful correction, then it's just going to get worse and worse and worse, because you're not going to listen when people correct you. You know, if you're, you know, if you continuously don't wear socks, and people tell you wear socks, you'll get blisters. You don't wear socks, you're going to get blisters. You don't wear a hard hat, you could get head injury from what you're working with. So just in those ways, as well in other parts of life, if you don't listen to correction, you'll perish, basically. And so when you pray, you're allowing God to correct you. You're giving God all your problems. You're telling Him everything that's going on, everything you're freaking out with, everything you're happy about, and you're giving Him the not that God doesn't have the authority to do anything, but He wants he wants you to ask Him. Okay, knock and the door will open. Ask and you will receive. He wants you to knock. He wants you to ask. He wants you to pursue a relationship with Him, because He wants a relationship with you all the time. He wants that. He wants you to be with Him all the time. He wants to talk to you all the time. He wants to help you out of every situation. He wants to work alongside you, to lift you up when you fall, and He can't, and He will not force Himself on you. He's a gentleman. He's not going to force Himself into your situation and just fix everything, unless you say and you act upon, like if your ankle's broken and you say, okay, God, pick me up, I need help, and then He tries to pick you up and you start squirming all over the place and trying to jump out of His arms. No, you've got to work with Him. You've got to be gentle and hold on and work alongside Him so He can help you. And a lot of the time, what we do is we pray and we ask for help, and then we start kicking and screaming, and we can't be helped. So that's my little thing for that. And I will talk about today.